you about soil data information in Thailand. And we want to say something about what kind of information they have, and from the data, how to guess in that data. And first of all,
Second one.
second one? Okay, just show you something about the Kingdom of Thailand. Is here in the Southeast Asian mainland, and for the area total about 500 square kilometer. We have land about 510 and water about 2.2 square kilometer. And also the capital city is Bangkok. Far from here, by plane, about 2 hours. And population now is about 7 million, 20 million people. And we have the lowest Gulf point, the wave point about 0 meter in the Gulf of Thailand, and also in the highest point in Doi Inthanon in Chiang Mai. For the climate, that I think is look similar to the Myanmar, that we almost hot and hot, right? For climate, we have the mainly savanna climate and tropical monsoon in the Peninsula South. Here this is a degree that is maybe for the annual temperature is about 24 to 30, and every annual 1,100 and to 1,005 meters. For the major high rainfall is only to the southeast coast with Pattaya or Pattaya is that here, state here, and also in the Peninsula South with the high rainfall. But normally the main area of the in Thailand is already is a savanna climate, that it means hot and dry. For the dry season of cool season, we start from the November through February. That is the dry season. And the hot season start of March, April, and May with hot weather and about the high temperature. For the rainy season start from May until October. For the mulching regime, that's when we think about how to plant or how to manage the soil, we can select into 3 soil mulching regime. First of all is a okic soil mulching regime. Okic is mean the water that is low-lying area of Bangkok Plain, and also for along the river, the big river like this. This is the river. That is good for rice cultivation, and the soil is also saturated and with the fertile soil, and the groundwater is very close to the surface. For the unique soil mulching regime, that we say the unique is mean moist. Moist means you can plant the crop look like the durian, look like the tropical crop. Durian, lychee, or also the tambulan. Okay. And we found this in upland soil of the Peninsula South, and also in the coastal part. This is very famous in durian right now. Yes. And also for the whole area of the Thailand is we see about the Arctic soil mulching regime, that it means dry. That is found in overall of the Kingdom of the Thailand. For the land use type, if you see that for the main is agricultural land, they found in the paddy field here, in the Northeast Plateau, also in the Southern Plain. Not only the paddy field, we also the orchard, and also the what you say, you can read. Perennial crop. Everything that is the upland, right? And we have forest reserve in the border between Thai and Myanmar. And we can classify the physiographic region of Thailand based on the combination of landform, soil parent material, vegetation cover, and climatic condition into the six regional. The first is the North and West Continental Highland. That here is the North and West Continental Highland. The second is in the Southern Plain. Third is the Central Highland. And the fourth is the Southeast Coast. The fifth is the Northeast Plateau. And the sixth is the Peninsula South. In every the region we can explain here. Number 1 and 3 is Northern Lane and Valley and Western Mountain. This is a high mountain alternated with plain with large floodplain along the major river. And also in the northern part we have 4 main rivers, Ping, Wang, Yom, and Nan. This is the valley, and together in the southern plain we call the Chapaya River. For the area number 2, that is southern plain. In this area, it consists of the floodplain of the major river that I say that Chapaya River, and also we have some highland, mountain and hill at the western and the eastern limit of the central region. Allowed here. This is central plain. Bangkok is allowed here. For the number 5, this is Northeast Plateau. Is an extensive plateau with lowland alternating with upland. This area is planned about the paddy field. That is famous one is jasmine rice with a good smell, look like the jasmine. And the number 4 and number 6 is Southeast Coast and Peninsula South. They have a mountainous area extend along the range of peninsula and coast and coastal area. Also, the famous plant that we crop here is the pala rubber. That you know about. We got a problem with about the price is reduced. Not only pala rubber but also for the oil palm. We got a problem now that we have to change pala rubber or oil palm into the new crop. For we can explain in terms of here in the North and West Continental Highland. They consist of a hilly to mountain and bit narrow in the mountain valley. And in this area that we have a listed and semi-listed alluvium in basin. The Ping, Wang, Yom and Nan river is very narrow. And this is a mountainous area main. Here they have a fertile soil but vary in profile characteristic according to the difference in rock. Because here we see that about the rock control landform. Rock control landform, we have the mountain, we have the hill, and if we say about that will mean the soil is depending on the parent material. Also, there's something they have the deep soil also, and we have a shallow soil. And for the southern plain is a plain that we produce the crop like the paddy or alternative crop, and also for the wasking area for cultivation like this. And also there we have the main river here is the Chapaya River for paddy field. So you can see the cracking system in the top of the soil. That it means the soil is shrink and well. And soil is shrink and well. That it means they high in K content, and also they have a monomorphic clay. We say about that the soil is really fertile, but the physical property is difficult to cultivate it. The surface layer in this area is composed of the recent and semi-recent alluvial deposit, and with the plain had a deep rich fertile soil. That will be good for paddy field. For the central highland, we can say that is the long time that this area is say about the corn belt. Corn belt. Belt is the name.
Corn belt.
Corn belt. Yeah, sorry. Corn belt. I have to belt. This is my. Okay, corn belt. But now it's something changed because the corn is price is so high. They're saying to many things of maize or sugar cane, something. Not corn belt anymore. Okay, that we will say about here. The soil is here also is very fertile, but again it's worse in physical property. They have zinc and well. They have something very in physical property. That I say that heavy soil, zinc, well property, and high in boundary. That is very difficult to cultivation or to manage in this area.
Are they also rain-fed area, no irrigated?
In this area or in the Thailand?
In that area, in the highland area.
The highland, no, I mean, Central Thailand, they have something in the belong irrigation system we call Pasak Dam, but this is in the lower part, but this is the upper part. But the problem thing in the upper part is about the flooding. Flooding right a long time because look like here they have the main river. We call Pasak River, and when the Pasak River is look like this, they have the narrow valley, they have a big mountain, and when the water come from up, they cannot mean the flood over in that area. Quite for a long time, maybe 1 month. In this area, we've got a problem with the flooding system. And the King Lama died is they construct the Pasak Dam to collect the water, to collect the water, not only for the irrigation but also for the for help the people to make agriculture in this area, right? Not only irrigation but also the flooding control, right? And the South Coast that very famous popular for the tourists, okay, like Pattaya, Rayong, Chanthaburi. In this area is a rolling land with the road in the north and the mountain in the east, and with the narrow coastal plain. The soil here is really unfertile because of the perimetrian is come from granite and the high leaching, very high leaching. That it means maybe the sandy soil or the loamy soil with low fertility. And this here, now in this area is become used for the sugarcane plantation in this area. And they got a problem in the southeast part because now the land is belong to the company. Maybe not Thai company, maybe from another part of the world, maybe Korea or China. They construct the big area for industrial area. Industrial area. That's not the problem. For the northeast plateau, that the mean sea level is more than 200 meters in the northeast plateau. The soil in this area is come from the sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock. That you mean the layer is maybe sand, maybe loam, maybe clay, or maybe gravel. It depends. And the property here is normally in the sandy soil in the top, and with low fertile, and some problem is okay about the scaly soil, saline soil, and sandy soil. For the Peninsula South, that is famous also in Phuket, Ratnong, and also the Narathiwat. They have the continuation of the Western Mountain and river and coastal plain. And because of in this area is a high landfall, and that it means the soil is high in leaching and very low in plant nutrient content. So that we can, when we can think about, when you see about the soil, when you think about the landscape or landform, this is when you see the picture that is maybe different in topography, maybe different in the crop cover, maybe different in the landscape. And not only the landform or landscape, but also the soil is different from place to place. Many kind of soil in Thailand is different in the thickness, also the texture, color, draining capacity, and fertility of soil property. This soil is maybe suited for wetland rice, upland rice, forestry, and differ from place to place. That means why this soil is so different? Because we are the son of Dakushev. We Dakushev. You know Dakushev? You know Dakushev?
Yeah.
Everybody, you know Dakushev.
I see.
Dakushev we. That means we can say that the soil resource of the land depending on crop. Crop is mean climate, organism, relief or topography, current material, and also the time of profile development. That is the main thing from the shape that is that of this. And what is the important thing? What do you think? The main important thing of equation? What is the important? For your idea? What is important? Climate, organism, current material? Liquid or time? What do you think? In my country, we say that more than 95% depending on the parent material. If you know about the parent material, if you know about the parent material, you can know basic of the property inside. Example, you know that the soil is come from sandstone. What kind of the property of the soil? It should be sand, like this. The sandstone is mean no. Fertility is quite low, right? Something like this. That means I for the 95% in my research in Thailand, we say that parent material is more important thing, right? And from the Gini equation, how to get the soil data? How to get the soil data? This is the first soil map in Thailand. We say the provisional map of soil and surface rock is not only soil but also the surface rocks of the Kingdom of Thailand by R.L. Robert Larimore Penatan. This map, the first map, this is the first map, and also I found this map is not in Thailand but in Netherlands. I also copy from that. Yeah, if you say they have something like in the library, and I copy and collect from the Netherlands. And how to obtain the soil information, we have to say that the soil survey and classification technique. We start the activity about the soil survey activity in Thailand quite more than how long? about 70 years, 80 years ago. Before land development department established, more than that.
But in our country, we still get our soil classification map in 1953 in a Russian system. A Russian scientist assisted us to get a soil map, classification map. How about in Thailand, who guide to get a soil classification map?
First time they say that they don't say about the soil, and also they say about the surface rock. Not only soil but also the surface rock. That means what kind of rock inside. And the first time we use the surface rock for the main thing. And they say something about the series. We say the soil series, but not the same series in terms of USDA system. No. We just say that the soil in the low-lying area should be the series 1. Soil in the upland with the sandy, series B, something like that. and we go to the field and check. Check is very exploratory technique. It's really live, just maybe, and also we use about the topographic map. You see, and
Yeah, but in the Philippines, in the case of Philippines, so JICA team and Japanese experts, they assist to the Philippines to get the soil series map. So at the same time, I think the JICA and the Japanese scientists, the same as in Thailand, I think.
Yes, JICA, I think is when I go to the LTD maybe 30 years ago, JICA, but at that time JICA is take response about the soil map, but the JICA team take response about the soil conservation, soil and water conservation. But the soil map, because we got experience from the United States. The first time United States go to the Thai, and also we send the people to study in the America, and we got the system or we got the knowledge or how to make the soil map from the America. The first time, and also the Pendleton, he's come from USA. Okay, that means okay they produce the map, but it looks like the topographic map. You see, it's the yellow one is upland. The red one here is maybe the soil along the river or the creek. Yeah. But when we check again now, it's different. Different. About maybe the projection, about the systematic, right? And that is quite for a long time. But now we use GIS to produce the soil map, and we have many things. We have many data, even slope card, orthophoto, digital illusion model, and also zero G and new shape. Digital illusion model and orthophoto that look like the picture, the picture. And also we have satellite map, we have topographic map, geological map, soil map, formal soil map, and present land use map. Everything put it together, use GIS environment. Now we use GIS 10, about 10 to produce the map. And now we have to say that we finished the soil map in terms of 25,000, scale 25,000 with USDA system. And for the sloping area, we're not finished yet. If we say we have a sloping area about 30% of the Kingdom of Thailand, I say we finished about 5%, only 5%. Now we have to think about the sloping area, because this impact to the low-lying area. Sloping area, maybe we have the few Thai people, they have agricultural activity, about the pesticide, about the herbicide, everything from the look like in the watershed, upper watershed, and also if the soil eroded, some chemical or herbicide is go from the upper to the lower part. That means maybe effect to the human, maybe effect to the environment. That means we have to think about how to make the map, or how to create the systematic, how to create the soil information in the sloping area. That we have to think. That I mentioned to you that you have. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And for the scale about the 40, no, not 40, 4,000. We have not look like an ad hoc project. Some area is not covered for the whole kingdom. And also here, this is look like the map that we produced. If you see here, you can see that this is upland. Okay, everybody see about this is upland or lowland? Upland, right? Upland. And this is the flatland. W is mean water. Water. This is a reservoir. This is a reservoir. And if you think about here, it should be the creek or it should be the lowland, right? The upland and lowland, and continue to the lake or continue to the reservoir. That is very benefit to the user who need not soil surveyor. That okay, they can imagine about the terrain. Which one is higher, which one is lower, and after you put the name of the soil to here, and they can list what kind of the property of the soil, maybe the sandy soil or loamy soil, and they can decide by themselves what is the crop that they can grow in this area. And also not only for the crop, and also we have look like the cross section of the area. We start. This is in the southern part. We start from the sea. You can see the fish, and you have to about in the beach sandbar, and there is a tidal fat and former tidal fat, fat plain or real plain and erosional terrain, hill, yeah, everything. And this is a number of the soil series. And here this is the geological. This QA is a quaternary, alluvium quaternary. O is mean Ordovician. I don't. And QT is a mean terrace of a quaternary. TRGR is a Triassic granite. That this is from the geology. That I said that the parliamentarian is also very important in my country. That it means if you know if the soil is come from granite, what the property of the soil, what kind of property, what kind of the soil, that we can think before we can use the granite. And from the GS envelope, we can conclude the soil resource of Thailand that we have the suitable soil. I don't know, I can see about the 16% that the soil is suitable, 16%. And also we have a problem soil about the 50%. We have the acid soil, acid sulfate soil, organic soil, sandy soil, shallow soil, and also the slope complex with more than 35 slope percent. We say about 30%. And also miscellaneous urban and everything, the road or construction about 2%, and water body about I think 1 or 2%. It is the summary of the soil resource of Thailand. This is a land capability map. We can say that we have the soil is suited for agriculture about I think 60%. 60%, yeah. Something. I cannot read it. Thank you. Okay, about that. And the red one is outside the mountain area. Okay, mountain area. And this here is the suitable for the crop production. Yeah. Up. Okay. Suitable soil is 16%. We have the upland, we have the lowland, and also we have the land-based system. Lowland here like this. The main here in the central plain. This is also the upland with corn, maize, or sugarcane plantation. And also near the Bangkok, they have a land-based system. That it means the former time this area is for with the soil in agriculture regime. They have water. They have the water going to close to the surface, and they dig and they make a base system for plant something like the orchard, something like the for agriculture, intensive agriculture. That is look like the crop production near Bangkok is from this area. We see that is a land-based system. And for the problem soil, we have two main soil. 6 main soil is acid soil, acid sulfate soil, organic soil or peat soil. saline soil, sandy soil, and shallow soil. And also the mountainous soil with slope are steeper than 35% and considered as a problem soil because of this area is prone to erosion, and also they have the problem in environment. In acid soil, we have about 30%. With lowland, 11%, and the upland, 80%. In the meaning of the acid soil, we can say that pH is less than 7. But if less than 7, I think it's more than 80% of the total land is problem. But now we think about pH only 5.5 in unsuitable. The problem of the acid soil is prone to erosion, also the aluminum and manganese toxicity, deficient in mineral, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, and also calcium, and occurrence of the pan disease. Here, looks like here, the problem in the red soil, so we've got the problem soil in the Thailand also. And acid soil, how to improve it? You can use lime, you can use organic matter or plant nutrient, you can mulching soil, we can select the tolerant crop. And the main thing I think is very important for agriculture, we can use a good agricultural practice, GAP. If you're familiar with GAP, I think right. It's a crop rotation, use certified seed, use everything that we benefit. Okay. And for the acid sulfate soil, we found mainly in the central plain near Bangkok, we say the red one, and also in the Peninsula South. We separate in 3 parts. Shallow acid sulfate soil, we found the acid sulfate layer less than 50 centimeter. Moderate, we found the acid sulfate layer about 50 to 100 centimeter. And deep is more than 1 meter depth. The property have in acid sulfate soil that this soil is have or used to have sulfuric acid. Occurrence of pyramic mineral in the soil profile. And also they found the chalcocite or stored yellow water in the soil. And pH is less than 4.5. When you go to the field, if you look something like this, you see the last in the water. You can see something here. The plant is not kind of grown, and this is look like the vast area. And you dig the soil, you saw the store yellow water. Store yellow water, not the yellow water, store yellow water. And this we can classify here. This is the acid sulfate soil. The problem here is about the acidic to very strongly acid and nutrient deficient or imbalance of plant nutrient, and also toxicity in plant high in aluminum, manganese or phosphorus. And how to improve? We should have to using the washing the ground with water, using the lambing material, consists of mold, lime or dolomite, or some adding organic matter, nutrient, fertilizer, also the bio extract. Or we can select the plant that grown well in the acid sulfate soil, especially in the pineapple, guava, or oil palm. The problem soil also here is included in organic soil. We found mainly in the southern part. We have not much, about 0.1%. The property of the organic soil is the accumulation of partly or completely decomposed plant residue. We have found in the swamp lagoon, and pH is quite low. And the organic soil, the problem is is they found in the lowland area, in the flat area for a long time. It's a low power density, high water holding capacity, and low load, building state, and retain efficient imbalance of pan. And also you can see here, this is a in peat side in southern part. It's quite about 5 years. This is the topsoil around here, topsoil. And after 5 years, where is the soil come? Gone. Where this is, it's already reduced. Maybe 50 centimeter, maybe 20 centimeter. And not only the bit about the problem of the division of the soil, also the burning system in this area, because when the peat is more dry, it's really easy to find to burn this area. Did you heard something about Indonesia? That in the dry season, some smoke come from Indonesia to cover in the southern part of Thailand. That means the burning system of the peat soil in the Indonesia or Malaysia. And how to improve the organic soil? They have to monitoring the water level, that the dry soil becomes strongly acid, and soil preparation, suitable tool and machine, selecting appropriate plant, that is millet-based system for vegetables such rice, maize, cassava, banana, everything you can plant on the soil, and also for the lambing to apply and fertilizer and bio extract. The way to here is about the water control. We have the irrigation system also. For the saline soil, we found inland about 5.6%. For the coastal area, we found 1.6. Okay, same in this area. But here the property is the saline soil contains exit soluble salts, which are high in electrical conductivity, is more than 2 decibels per meter. And for the inland, mainly we found in the northeast plateau, with beneath the soil, we found the rock salt. That we say that it's quite a long time in the northeast plateau. Is the sea water in this area. We say something that maybe 200 million years ago, quite for a long time. Yeah. It is sea water come from inside, and after that, the land is changed, maybe tectonic plate or something like that, and that would mean the sea water consists in this area. But not only in the northeast plateau, we have a coastal zone of seawater along the Gulf of Thailand, also along the sea coast. Saline soil is a problem is about the nutrient deficient imbalance of plant, also the toxicity in plant and low fertility unsuited for plant growth. When you see in the here, in the dry season, it should like snow in dry snow, but it's solid to result snow, and the plant cannot stand in this area. For the how to improve saline soil, we can use organic matter, chemical fertilizer, and maybe to reshape the land, let the land manage water effectively and efficiently, and mulching to retain the soil moisture, and creating ditch for soil leaching and controlling groundwater level, and also selecting the soil tolerant crop, especially wheat, tree, or grass. Here is a soil tolerant crop. We can use eucalyptus, acacia, sesbania, neem tree, camelin, or basic grass. This is in Thailand, but I don't know in your country, but you can use this tolerant to apply to your country. And for the sandy soil, we have about 4%. In the lowland, we found, in the lowland, we found about 1%. The upland, we found about 2.8. And for the upland with aquatic hard pan, we found about 0.2%. The property of the sandy soil that we described is the sandy texture is more than 50 centimeters thick. And some area we found the hard pan. And for the sandy soil, the problem here is low fertilizer, low fertility, and unsuitable for plant growth and prone to soil erosion that you can see here. This is maybe it's a real erosion. And here this is look like the hard pan around 1 meter. And here you can see this is the coconut. Here this is the hard pan. You see, we don't have a root system of the coconut can penetrate to the hard pan. Yeah. This is the problem of the sandy soil. How to improve this soil? We can use using organic matter or chemical fertilizer and soil and water conservation. Select appropriate pen, mulching to retain the soil moisture and manage water. Apply the drip irrigation or pond or everything. You see, this is plastic. Yeah, you can give water to the soil using this. It's really easy. And the shallow soil is we have about 15%. Also in the lowland, upland to gravel, upland to marl, upland to bedrock. Yeah, complete about for 15%. The property of the shallow soil that we said that we have the layer of gravel and our rock fragment is more than 35% by volume. Or layer of marl deposit or the bedrock is less than 50 centimeters thick. This is the bedrock. Also this is the bedrock. If the bedrock is less than 50 centimeters, we can say this is a shallow soil. Or is this a gravel layer? Also, we found the problem here. This is a rock or stone in the outcrop that is more than, I think, is more than 10 or 50% outcrop. That is, when the machine go to the field, it's very comfortable to cultivate it or to manage this land. This also we include in the shallow soil. The problem in shallow soil is the erosion prone area. The part of root system cannot penetrate to the soil, and for the agricultural practice it's very difficult. The machine can go and practice in that area. The shallow soil also the less clay texture because they consist of gravel or skeleton soil that is no clay or no fine earth inside, and also low in fertility and ability to absorb water and nutrient deficient or imbalance of nutrient. Okay, in marl that when we say about the marl that is maybe in high rich in calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is the pH is almost alkali soil. But alkali soil is about 8 or 8.5. That some plant is not. They cannot plant in this side, especially in pineapple. Pineapple is they don't like the alkali soil. They like acid soil. Yes, like this. And how to improve the shallow soil? You have to use the selecting appropriate pan and minimize tillage using organic fertilizer. Management of the suitable water and soil and water conservation measure, steep slope in steep slope. Then maybe you can use the vegetable grass to control the soil and water conservation. The last is we can say the slope complex. We have about 30%. That we say that the criteria is a slope more than 35%. Is we can go to the slope complex. The problem is very steep and unsuitable for plant growth, and also the shifting continuation in the upper part, and they got a problem here. This is cabbage. This area is long time ago. This is a forest forest, and now the Hill Thai is cut the forest and make this land for cabbage. You know cabbage? Cabbage. This and up. You have to make use pesticide, herbicide, fertilizer, everything in this area. And this is the upper part of the catchment. When the rain come, the rain come here, the soil leaching from the upper to the lower to the village to the river. That we got a problem in environment impact. Way to improve soil being complex. I think this is we have to reserve as a forest land, and if some area is destroyed, we can use the soil and water conservation. We can make like this, is like the terrace, like this to control the soil and water movement. Here, and that is for the soil data information of Thailand that we finished already, and that you mentioned about the URB system compared with the soil taxonomy. That here this is the URB system 2014 that we have to submit this to the editorial board of the Atlas of Asia. Here this is the legend of the map, I think. And this is to harmonize the soil taxonomy system and the URB system together.
It's a new one.
This is the new one. This is the new one. But after I talked to the board, that they said that you have to back to think again and try to make a new one, because now
It's a new one, updated.
yes,
Updated.
yes, but you know the FAO, they have a new one, but WRB update. They say that 2014. This is the first one. Oh no, this is the second one. The first one is 2006. The second one is 2014. But the last one is a 2014. Update 2015. Is still one. You have to check it in the website. They have a update. I don't say this is the new one. I think it's a 2014, right? Yes. 15, not 15. But I think for Thailand, we can set to this to the soil life of Asia board. And from the data, we have to. This is also from the project of FAO from TSP. They create the global soil economic carbon map last 2 years, and we can say that what is the how many carbon in our in the world, right? Here, our country, and also this the world, and they have something to think. I think that here, if I remember, is that Indonesia is a high in of the carbon. Russia. Thank you, Russia. Good. Then did you have a good?
Because they have channel.
Yeah. Oh, channel. Everywhere channel. Oh, Russia. I can read. And the second country?
I think Canada.
Canada. Okay. Thank you.
USA.
Australia. Okay. Thank you. I cannot read it. And this is Thailand. This is the carbon map. We can say that in the Northeast Plateau, But this plateau is look like red, that very low in organic carbon content. And high in the reserve area, in the mountainous area, it also high. But main thing here is very quite low. And I got a message from FAO that this year, this is the year of the soil erosion. Soil erosion.
This year they suggested us salinity map,
Yes.
erosion map, and carbon sequestration.
Yes.
Yes.
But this year the theme is
Erosion.
stop, save, save,
Yeah.
stop erosion, save the future, something like this. Stop erosion, save the future.
Yeah.
And also they want our country to create the salinity map, right? Carbon sequestration map, and also soil erosion map.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That is our work on duty, right? Okay, I think just briefly about the soil data information of Thailand, about 50 minutes. 50 minutes, I think 50 minutes. If you have the problem or you have something to say or you have a question, please ask me. If I cannot, my colleague, they will give you an answer. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.